Concept 10, conditional formatting. This will be the last concept in Microsoft Excel. Starts on page 3.48. It tells us to select cells B16 through M16. So I'm going to come here from B16 through M16. It's all my payrolls from January through December. I'm going to go to my Home tab and I'm going to open up my conditional formatting button, which can be found in my Styles group. I'm going to select Highlight Cell Rules, and I'm going to choose Less Than. And in the Less Than window, I'm going to say less than 9,000. And then I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to click over here, and you can see that the 3 months that we worked on previously, that we lowered our payroll below 9,000, have all been highlighted. And so the idea here is you can mark payrolls or profit margins, and so it'll flag you and say, hey, this particular, I'm making more money here in this month or less there. I use it with students for their test scores and things like that. And so if a student's grade, as it continues on, drops below, say, a 70%, then it automatically highlights and says, warning, warning, the student's going to fail. Or if they're if they're in the A range, then I have them highlight blue. And so I can say, oh no, just by looking at it, you're good. So that's just one of the things that we can do with conditional formatting. We're going to select the net income data in cells B24 through M24. So B24 through M24. And again, we're going to do conditional formatting. And we're going to select top and bottom rules. And we're going to choose more rules, because we can go in here and make our own if we'd like. We're going to enter 50 into the value here. And then we're going to click in the checkbox for % of the selected range to select it. And we're going to click on Format. And we're going to choose a red font color. We're going to choose a red font color and click OK. I'm going to click OK. And you can see that it gives me a highlight rule here. But we don't like that rule, so we're going to undo that one. Instead, we're going to come up to conditional formatting and select data bars. And we're going to select, and it tells us to come to the different one so we can see the live preview of what it'll look like. We're going to choose a light blue. And from the solid fill, so we're going to click on that. And then again, we're going to click undo. We're just showing you some different rules, different conditional formattings we can use. This time, we're going to try it again and choose color scales. And we're going to choose one of the color scales. It doesn't really matter. How about this one? Tells us then to move to cell A23 to clear the selection so we can see what it looks like. Once again, we're going to select B25 through M25. This time we're going to select icon sets and point to the different icon sets. So we're going to come up here. This time we're going to select B25 through M25. Again, conditional formatting. This time we're going to use icon sets, and it says to just kind of scroll and look at the different ones and see what they look like. And you can see there's lots of different ways. And we're going to choose 3 traffic lights rimmed in the shape group. So there we go. And that's an unusual setting. An unusual setting. Sometimes after we've done these, we decide we don't want them anymore. So we're going to select B24 through M24 again. And this time we're going to come up to conditional formatting and clear rules. And so we can just get rid of that one. And we're going to choose from selected cells as opposed to the entire sheet. There are other things that we can create as well. We're going to create a spark line next. And we're going to move to O25. And we're going to go to the Insert tab. And we're going to choose the Line button for spark lines. And it's going to say what data range do we want. And we're going to once again select B25 through M25 and click OK. And you can see what it's done here is created like a little chart that shows us just how big it is. And it tells us to come in here and increase our width of this particular cell to make it a little bigger so we can see it a little better. And we can make it a little wider as well if we'd like. And that's just a sparkline. Nothing particularly important. And that's pretty much where this lab ends. You now have all the resources necessary to complete the homeworks in Excel.